Hey, y'all should be in F period at this point. And this period, I just want to cover RUP, which stands for the Responsible Use Policy. So if you are following along in your upper school student handbook, it is on page 11. So if you have that with you, which you should, go ahead and get that out and turn to page 11. So the responsible use policy is about technology. So primarily two things I want to talk about here today, and that's your computers and your cell phones. First is your cell phones. So when can you use your cell phone in the upper school? We know that you have coaches and extracurricular people trying to communicate with you. Work might be trying to communicate with you, your parents. And so you are allowed to use your cell phone in the upper school during certain times. You can use your cell phone before school. You can also use it between classes. You can use it during lunch and then after school. The only time you're not allowed to use your cell phone in this building is during class, advisory, chapel, and any other assemblies that we might have. All right, so the procedure for your cell phones are pretty simple. Anytime you enter a classroom, there's going to be cell phone pockets in the back of every single class. So as soon as you enter a classroom, simply get your cell phone out. You can either silence it or turn it off, whichever one you want, and then just find a pocket to put in, and then you're going to go have a seat at your class and you're ready to learn. By the way, that procedure is based in research that makes sense to me. All right, there is a negative adverse learning impact when students have access to their cell phones. And so when you're in class, you're in advisory, you're in assembly, you're not using your phones. During class, your cell phones are in these pockets. If for some reason your teacher wants you to use it for an instructional activity, then you're allowed to grab your cell phone. But that's the only reason why you should grab your cell phone during class, is if it's instructed by the teacher and it's for instructional purposes. Once class is over, simply grab your cell phone and you are good to use your cell phone between classes. Violation of not using the cell phone pocket is just a demerit for not following classroom expectations. So if you forget to put it in the pocket, you're not using it, you just forget, you can get a demerit for not using that classroom procedure. However, if you're using your cell phone during class, then that would be an RUP violation. It's still a demerit, but those demerits will stack. So if it happens in another class, you might get more demerits, an administrator might intervene. And then finally, with your computers, you can also get an RUP violation by being on games or streaming or checking email that's not related to school. All of those would also warrant an RUP violation. All right, this video is over. I want you to take a minute to read over the RUP section of your handbook. Once you're done reading, then your teacher will proceed with